Good evening, YouTube. Well, technically it's morning. It's actually 1 o'clock in the morning. Because artists don't need sleep. Anywho, I won't be very articulate, but I'm gonna give this my best shot. It's really hard to talk at 1 o'clock in the morning, especially when you've been in the studio working on these for hours. Many hours. These are my stilts for a faun costume that I intend on making someday soon. Probably very soon, like in the next month. Keep an eye out for that. These stilts are heavily based on Gryphern's design. It kind of seems like everybody bases their stilt designs on Gryphern, but that's because she's pretty much brilliant and it's a great design. I got these scraps of wood from the wood pile here in the studio. It's over there, wood pile, you can't see it. Anyway, great scraps, but very, very heavy. I would not recommend making your stilts out of heavy wood, but that's fine, because fauns are clompy, and these are clompy. As you can see, I bolted a pair of shoes to the wood. It's pretty great bolting shoes to wood. I highly recommend it. It's a lot easier than wrapping your foot in duct tape and hoping that it stays. This fancy schmancy toe guard here, I discovered, is optimal for balance, and so I included that, and now I don't have as many toe problems as I did with my last Digigrade Stilts, which gave me blisters and all manner of horrible things. But I need to wrap this so when I walk it stays down against the wood instead of, coming up and throwing off my balance and all that good stuff. There are no grips on the bottom of these things. There are two things. No grips. I'm walking on screws and wood. It's terrible. But fortunately, I bought these great little grippity-doo-dahs. I misplaced them. They're here somewhere. Oh, I put them over here. Grippity-doo-dahs, heel liners, so I can walk. And, they come in packs of 4, and if I align them correctly, they might very well look like the bottom of a hoof. That's gonna be awesome. A part of the costume nobody sees, but I care about. Oh yeah, and this thing was actually an accident. I misaligned the pivot joint with my ankle, and so I had to fix that up, and in the meantime I discovered that attaching the bungee cord right there was a really good idea. So that's what I did. Oh, did I already mention this stuff up here? I don't think I did, but check it out. This is sinew. It's really, really strong, invincible stuff. And you'll see that I used it in place of the nuts and bolts that would normally go through the metal rod and into the PVC. But I came across this problem. This PVC is exactly fitted to my shin, and so if I were to put nuts and bolts in this thing, I would have metal just gouging my flesh, and these stilts would be a miserable, miserable adventure. And so I used sinew instead, because it's great and it's invincible, and I highly recommend it. Not really sure what else to say about this design. If you have questions about it, let me know, and I will do my best to answer. I still have a little bit of work to do on these, so they're optimal, but hey, I'm pretty pleased with how far I've come. Well, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna drop that, and then I'm gonna go home and go to bed. So, good night, everyone.